The Clinton campaign told us that comment didn't deserve a response, and tonight Clinton said the country can't give in to demagoguery, a clear reference, Scott, to Trump and his proposal to ban Muslims from the U.S.
Nancy Cordes on the campaign trail. Nancy, thank you. Well, the president's been telling us not to let fear control our lives. Our Dr. John LaPook talked to an expert on the health effects of fear, clinical psychologist Dr. Justin Sinclair.
One of the things that I think is different about this, this threat is that, again, it's ongoing. People sort of can't know when and where or how it's going to happen. It's this thing that never ends and is ubiquitous. It's everywhere.
How does that affect their lives?
They tend to avoid different aspects of their lives. They fly less, they ride on public transportation less, they go into public settings less. There's been research that's shown that they have a tendency to engage people from different cultural backgrounds less. They even consume media less, ironically.
What have you learned over the last 10 years of studying this that might surprise people?
How potent fear can be in terms of altering people's lives and the impact that it can have in different aspects of life, whether it's making decisions about a president, whether it's supporting different policies that are important socially, or even down to sort of, how people live their everyday lives.
Is there a danger to society of people incrementally changing their behavior over time because of terrorism?
Yeah, I think it sort of changes the structure of our country. It changes the structure of our government. I think, fear can maybe even change things in ways that, weren't consistent with how the country was founded originally.
As a psychologist, is there some insight into that?
I think fear moves people to become much more polarized in their viewpoints. And I think that fear motivates people to, go to further lengths to feel safe.
In small doses, fear can be a lifesaver, prompting us to react to danger. But in large doses, it can hurt us, causing fatigue, depression, even heart attack and stroke. Dr. Sinclair says it's important to continue normal routine if possible. But if fear starts taking over and you find yourself anxious and avoiding things, he says it may be time to get professional help.
Fascinating interview. Dr. John LaPook, thanks very much. Well, a plumber in Texas has certainly been anxious to tell anyone who will listen that he is not selling vehicles to ISIS. Anna Werner has his story.
It was just such a shock when it happened. I didn't know what to say.
When Houston area plumbing company owner Mark Oberholzer sold his truck to a local dealer in October of 2013, he had no idea it would wind up on Syria's front lines being used by Islamist fighters, with his plumbing company name and phone number still on the sign.
It hurts my feelings that anyone could possibly think that we were connected to terrorism anyway.
He says he was assured by the dealership it would remove his information before selling the truck. But there it was in the photo, which then went viral.
That country is going down the toilet, but for the first time, they know who to call to unclog it.
It was featured on the last episode of the Colbert Report, seen by millions of people earlier this year. Since then, Oberholzer says he's had threats and thousands of phone calls like this one.
What the is going on? You selling your truck to ISIS? Who did that? That's not right.
Here's how the truck left the country. Oberholzer sold the truck to an AutoNation dealership in Houston, which sent it to an auction near Dallas. Then a used car dealer, Maz Auto, bought the truck, the manager confirms, with the lettering still on it, and advertised it for sale on their website. Manager Mohammed Al-Kawam told us someone then called from an international phone number to buy it for use in Turkey.
He wired the money, and he arranged for shipping, and that was it. The car ended up being shipped to Turkey.
It's not known exactly how the truck then made its way from Mersin, Turkey to Syria.
They used to have Mark 1 Plumbing Inc. would come up on the internet. Now it comes up Mark 1 Plumbing Inc. ISIS.
Well, he's now suing the AutoNation dealership that sold the truck. They did not respond to requests for comment. But an executive told our CBS affiliate in Houston that they thought the auction company was removing the decals. Scott, the auction house couldn't confirm for us that they sold the truck.
Anna Werner tonight. Anna, thanks very much. On this, the second day of deliberations, jurors said they were deadlocked in the trial of a Baltimore cop charged with manslaughter in the death of Freddie Gray. The judge ordered them to keep deliberating. Gray was fatally injured in a police van Officer William Porter had not buckled him in or called for medical help. Parts of Baltimore were burned and looted last spring as anger boiled over. Why has no snow fallen in one of America's snowiest cities? And prices soar as a prime minister's collection goes up for auction. When the CBS Evening News continues.
Salon Pass salutes you. People working hard to improve the world. You inspired us to improve these. Salon Pass pain relieving patches. 20% larger with better adhesion and more medicine to fight pain than ever before. Salon Pass, the patch you love, improved. For adults with an advanced lung cancer called squamous non-small cell, previously treated with platinum-based chemotherapy, it's not every day something this big comes along. A chance to live longer. With Opdivo, nivolumab. Opdivo is the first and only immunotherapy FDA approved based on a clinical trial demonstrating longer life for these patients. In fact, Opdivo significantly increased the chance of living longer versus chemotherapy. Opdivo is different. It works with your immune system. Opdivo can cause your immune system to attack normal organs and tissues in your body and affect how they work. This may happen anytime during or after treatment is ended and may become serious and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you experience new or worsening cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, loss of appetite, swollen ankles, extreme fatigue, constipation, rash, or muscle or joint pain, as this may keep these problems from becoming more serious. These are not all the possible side effects of Opdivo. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant or lung, breathing, or liver problems. A chance to live longer. Ask your doctor if Opdivo is right for you. Bristol Myers Squibb thanks the patients and physicians who participated in the Opdivo clinical trial.
Fact. Advil pain relievers are used by more households than any other leading brand. To treat their aches and pains, more people reach for Advil. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil.
Folks in Denver got a surprise this morning. 8 inches of snow, which made driving nearly impossible. But in the east, the seasons are all out of whack. April's cherry blossoms are blooming now in D.C. after a week in the 60s and 70s, and you'd barely recognize Buffalo. Jerika Duncan is there.
The last time we visited Janice Anzalone, we were sitting on her snow-covered roof.
This is back-breaking work.
Definitely.
Want to go back up there?
No. I don't want to ever go back on the roof ever again.
In November of 2014, 2 major snowstorms dumped more than 7 feet of snow in Buffalo's suburbs in 48 hours. Public Works Commissioner Stephen Stepniak says the city had blown through its $6 million snow removal budget. Do you miss it a little bit? I mean, it keeps you guys in business.
Yeah, there's something in me that does miss it a little bit, but it's there. It's going to be here eventually.
But 'tis the season to break records. This is the latest Buffalo has gone without snow since 1899. And you can thank El Nino. It's a phenomenon that has warmed ocean water in the Pacific that in turn has led to a strong flow of mild air blowing in from the west. At the same time, a polar jet stream is keeping the cold air bottled up and away from the northeast. Meteorologist Eric Fisher.
And last year we had a fairly weak polar vortex, which allowed big dips and big ridges in it, and that allowed a lot of that cold air to move its way southward. This year, it's spinning very tightly around the Arctic, and that's where it's expected to stay.
These systems have created extreme weather conditions on both coasts. The west is suffering through storms and flooding. In the Buffalo area, the only real signs of winter are Christmas decorations. Lake effect snow could hit Buffalo on Friday, and Scott, the National Weather Service is saying next week temperatures could be in the 50s, possibly near 60 on Christmas Eve.
Jerika Duncan in balmy Buffalo. Jerika, thanks very much. We'll show you a rare view of a rendezvous in space when we come back.
If you struggle with type 2 diabetes, you're certainly not alone. Fortunately, many have found a different kind of medicine that lowers blood sugar. Imagine what it would be like to love your numbers, Discover once daily Invokana. It's the #1 prescribed in the newest class of medicines that work with the kidneys to lower A1C. Invokana is used along with diet and exercise to significantly lower blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes. It's a once daily pill that works around the clock. Here's how. The kidneys allow sugar to be absorbed back into the body. Invokana reduces the amount of sugar allowed back in and sends some sugar out through the process of urination. And while it's not for weight loss, it may help you lose weight. Invokana can cause important side effects, including dehydration, which may cause you to feel dizzy, faint, lightheaded, or weak, especially when you stand up. Other side effects may include kidney problems, genital yeast infections, urinary tract infections, changes in urination, high potassium in the blood, or increases in cholesterol. Do not take Invokana if you have severe kidney problems or are on dialysis. Stop taking and call your doctor right away if you experience symptoms such as rash, swelling, or difficulty breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about any medical conditions, medications you are taking, and if you have kidney or liver problems. Using Invokana with the sulfonylurea or insulin may increase risk of low blood sugar. It's time. Lower your blood sugar with Invokana. Imagine loving your numbers. There's only one Invokana. Ask your doctor about it by name.
Today, people are coming out to the nation's capital to support an important cause that could change the way you live for years to come. How can you help? By giving a little more to yourself.
I'm running for my future.
People sometimes forget to help themselves.
The cause is retirement. And today, thousands of people came to the Race for Retirement and pledged to save an additional 1% of their income. If we all do that, we can all win.
Prudential, bring your challenges.
This is Clara. To prove to you that a lead is the better choice for her, she's agreed to give it up.
That's today?
We'll be with her all day to see how it goes.
After the deliveries, I was okay. Now that your bot is done, and the pain is starting again.
More pills. Seriously?
Seriously. All this stuff to take more pills can be a pain. Can I get my leave back? From my pain, I want my leave.
Check your Sunday paper for extra savings on a leave.
3 space travelers took off from Kazakhstan today in a Soyuz spacecraft. A camera on the International Space Station gave us a rare view of their climb into space, where they joined 3 others already on board. The newcomers include Tim Kopra, the American, and the first British astronaut on the station, Tim Peake. Back on Earth, Britain's Iron Lady has become a gold mine for her family and Christie's auction house. Hundreds of Margaret Thatcher's personal items, including handbags, went up for bid today. Her blue velvet wedding dress sold for $38,000, and this red box that carried official papers went for $365,000. But that model of a bald eagle, a gift from President Reagan, took in $400,000. If you think Thatcher was tough, wait till you meet Grandma, keeping order on the streets of Milwaukee.
When heartburn hits, fight back fast. Tums Smoothie starts dissolving the instant it touches your tongue and neutralizes stomach acid at the source. Smoothies, only from Tums.
How much protein does your dog food have? 18%? 20%? Nutrient-dense Purina One True Instinct with real salmon and tuna has 30% protein. Support your active dog's whole body health with Purina One.
When a moment spontaneously turns romantic, why pause to take a pill? And why stop what you're doing to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is the only daily tablet approved to treat erectile dysfunction, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. Plus, Cialis treats the frustrating urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use. Insurance coverage has expanded nationally, and you may now be covered. Contact your health plan for the latest information.
You do all this research on the perfect car, gas mileage, horsepower, torque ratios. 3 spreadsheets later, you finally bring home the one, then smash it into a tree. Your insurance company's all too happy to raise your rates. Maybe you should have done a little more research on them.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
With the pain and swelling of my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis, ordinary objects often seemed intimidating.
Doing something simple meant enduring a lot of pain.
If RA is changing your view of everyday things, Orencia may help. Orencia works differently by targeting a source of RA early in the inflammation process. For many, Orencia provides long-term relief of RA symptoms. It's helped new RA patients and those not helped enough by other treatments. Do not take Orencia with another biologic medicine for RA due to an increased risk of serious infection. Serious side effects can occur, including fatal infections. Cases of lymphoma and lung cancer have been reported. Tell your doctor if you're prone to or have any infection like an open sore, the flu, or a history of COPD, a chronic lung disease. Orencia may worsen your COPD. If you're not getting the relief you need, ask your doctor about Orencia. Orencia. See your RA in a different way.
The world.
A wild car chase ends in Powhatan when the suspect's SUV plows into another car, sending 2 people to the hospital. What police say the suspect had been doing. Next at 7.
Today, the Justice Department said it has agreed to help reform the Milwaukee Police Department to improve relations between cops and the community. We end tonight with a retired officer who is reforming her own little corner of that city. Here's Don Daler.
How you doing?
Young lady. Her name is Martha Freeman, but on the tough streets of Milwaukee, everyone calls her Mama.
Okay, honey, you're welcome.
By night, this 77-year-old mother of 5 looks for trouble.
Get it, Mama. Hey, y'all, get off that corner, y'all.
And stops it.
See all those police.
The former corrections officer wields only 2 weapons: kindness.
Why weren't you at church yesterday?
And grit.
That's your car?
Has any of them ever hurt you when you confronted them?
No, they better not, God.
Yeah.
I don't see them as bad people. I see them needing help.
That's
I think
right.
it's respect. I try to respect them also.
That's right.
Give you an example. Most of our young people nowadays walk around with their pants halfway down.
That's
Y'all
right.
all right? What I usually do is say, hey, I like the color of those underwear. Can you help pull their pants up? Yeah, sure.
By day, she delivers donated bread.
Thank you. Bye.
You've kind of adopted the people in this neighborhood.
That's right.
I think so. Either that or they have adopted me.
Hey.
Behind the bluster, she says, are young people who crave guidance.
That's right. That's all they need is guidance.
April Bentley says she used to be a prostitute until she met Mama Freeman.
She said to me, you don't have to live that life.
That's
She
right.
planted a seed that no one actually had planted before.
Right on.
I love you.
A seed of hope and the realization that no matter how bad things are, there's always someone, even on the tough streets of Milwaukee,
Why y'all ain't over here? Y'all scared?
who cares. Don Daler, CBS News, Milwaukee.
And that's the CBS Evening News for tonight. For all of us at CBS News all around the world, good night.
Laser light therapy could be the solution to getting rid of pain everywhere in your body.
All right,
Dr.
billionaire.
Hertz, this new FDA-cleared Class 4 laser is truly a medical
Bill
breakthrough.
Bevy,
That's
you
exactly
play
right.
that
We're
music.
using the laser to treat all sorts of problems like herniated discs, degenerative disc disease, sciatic leg pain, spinal stenosis, and arthritis in the spine.
And you're doing this without the use of needles or drugs or even surgery.
Absolutely. The laser penetrates deep into the tissue, stimulating new healthy cell growth.
It reduces scar tissue and inflammation in the body, and it increases blood flow up to 500%, which is very important because the blood carries the vital nutrients that helps your body to heal.
And now Dr. Hurst has an offer that is pretty amazing and unheard of. It's available for the first 25 callers to call right away. You get a 21-point spinal exam and 2 laser treatments absolutely free. This is a $345 value. Just call 1-800-PAIN-FREE right now.
Bathfitter, we're the perfect fit.
Working for you. CBS 6 News at 7 starts now.
And developing right now, take a look at this SUV hit by a driver fleeing from police in Powhatan. Right now, one person is dead, another in the hospital, and the third is in handcuffs. Good evening, I'm Bill Fitzgerald. At one point, officers say the driver they were chasing was going 70 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. Our Shelby Brown tells us what led to the chase.
Virginia State Police tell us a driver who refused to stop is at the center of this very tragic story. We now know that one person passed away after today's crash here along Anderson Highway in Powhatan. The fatal crash happened after a state trooper spotted a Tahoe driving recklessly in the Cumberland Courthouse area. We're told the driver was going more than 40 miles an hour over the speed limit. That driver refused to stop and sped off. Now, as the chase entered Powhatan here at Route 522 and Route 60 near the Sheetz convenience store, there was a tragic collision. The SUV suddenly changed lanes, striking a burgundy 2009 Kia. These pictures were taken at the scene by Brian Corper, who witnessed the aftermath, as did Tracy Clark and Cassie Morton, who were working. They were completely devastated by what happened.
You know, just in reflection with the holiday season and stuff, someone that is running from the law, that is not doing right, and just ruin someone else's life and their family. And so, yeah, we don't even know who it is, but it's pretty sad.
State police say both occupants of the Kia had to be med-flighted to the VCU Medical Center with serious injuries. One person has since passed away. As for the driver of that SUV, we're told that he was not hurt and he was arrested. Police have not yet identified the driver of that SUV.
Because he Caucasian, that's why.
Shelby Brown,
He
CBS
Caucasian.
News.
And we've got some new information out of Henrico. A man's been found guilty of having sex with a woman without telling her he was HIV positive.
Oh, my God.
Daniel Cleaves was convicted of misdemeanor infected sexual battery. He was ordered to serve a year behind bars in Henrico County Jail.
Yeah.
When that sentence is complete, Cleaves will be transported to a jail in Maryland, where earlier this year he was sentenced to 18 months for similar crimes. The judge in Maryland also ordered him to stop having unprotected sex.
Please.
Developing now in Petersburg, police investigating an afternoon shooting that put a man in the hospital. Police say a man in his 20s was shot near a church at the intersection of Halifax Street and Young Avenue, just a few blocks south of Peabody Middle School. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators have not released any information about a suspect. A hoax involving the report of a suspicious person put an elementary school on lockdown today. A CBS 6 crew was there as police gathered outside Springfield Park Elementary School this morning. School spokesperson Andy Jenks tells CBS 6 classes went on as usual while police checked the area looking for that suspicious person, but Jenks says the student that initially reported the person was there later admitted it was a hoax. If you're in downtown Richmond today, you may have seen first responders around City Hall and the John Marshall Courthouse. Police tell us a man was stabbed outside the city's social services building. Our senior reporter Wayne Koval tells us what police know about the attacker.
One man is in custody, the victim at VCU Medical Center. Now, it happened just after 2 o'clock here in front of the Department of Social Services and directly across the street.
I told you people
from
gonna
City
get
Hall,
killed out there.
An ambulance called here for the report of a stabbing. Now, relatives of the victim tell me the suspect walked up and got into an argument with their relative. They tell me the suspect pulled out a knife and stabbed their family member. Richmond ambulance transported the 31-year-old to VCU Medical Center. Family members telling me he had lost a lot of blood. Witnesses tell me the suspect was put in handcuffs, and Richmond police confirmed the suspect is in custody and charges are expected. Now, while emergency vehicles did block one lane of traffic on 9th Street, business went on as usual here in downtown Richmond. Police say the victim's injuries are not life-threatening. Working for you in Richmond, Wayne Koval, CBS 6 News.
Jesus.
And we also have a crime alert out of Henrico, where a man reported to police he'd been robbed and beaten by 3 men with baseball bats. Investigators say the attack took place last night on North 19th Street near Armstrong High School. They say the suspects were sitting on a nearby guardrail before they got up, went to the victim and asked for money. They then attacked him, took his money, and ran. The victim had to go to the hospital. People who live near where the attack happened say it's not safe at night.
It's so dark right here, man. People come through here, a lot of commuting through, back and forth through the store and through the neighborhood, but at night it's so dark that you can barely see your hand in front of your face. So
City of Richmond need to put up some
I think they
lights.
need more security around this area.
Police are asking witnesses to come forward with any information they might have.
Damn.
We've got a crime alert out of Richmond where police are looking for this man going through the checkout line there on the left there. He's apparently using a stolen credit card. Investigators say on December 4th, that man in the Yankees cap took a wallet from a car parked on West 33rd Street, that's near Forest Hill Park. They say the wallet had a credit card in it, and that card is now being used here at this supermarket you're watching in Church Hill. They want you to contact them if you can identify the guy in the Yankees cap. A reckless driving charge has been filed against the driver of a logging truck that overturned on Interstate 95 this morning. State police tell CBS 6 the truck was taking the exit ramp from 95 north to Route 10 east around 9 o'clock this morning when it overturned. The driver, Richard Austin, was not injured, but police say speed was a factor. The ramp was then closed for hours while crews cleaned up the accident. What should be done with the land around the boulevard in Richmond? With the Children's Hospital plan now shelved and the Diamond facing an uncertain future, the City Council made a move last night to get the conversation started again. But as our Sandra Jones tells us, some people are very upset with last night's action. Sandra?
Well, Bill, the vote came as a surprise to some City Council members because they say there was no public comment during Monday night's meeting on that open space around the Diamond, but others argue it's a step toward an open and public process. You're looking at 60 acres of prime real estate on the boulevard around the Diamond. But Monday night, this empty lot was part of a contentious debate in City Hall when council members voted late into the night on a resolution involving the boulevard project with no public input instead of taking action in January. And that bothers local developer and city resident Charlie Deardorff.
If you can't fix Carver Elementary School in a timely fashion, how can you develop this property in a timely fashion?
That's right.
Deardorff worries how this could impact the taxpayer.
Look at the Redskins deal. Look at the brewery deal downtown. Here's where we are. We're in a city where we're presented with the plan and then told, this is the plan, now we want your buy-in.
Councilwoman Kathy Graziano made the motion to take a final vote Monday night.
We need to move forward and get some economic development rolling, and the boulevard is a perfect place to start.
Graziano tells CBS 6 the resolution calls for best uses of the land, 60 days for public comment, and then city leaders would solicit bids from private developers based on those comments. Reva Trammell voted against the resolution.
It was wrong. It was wrong to the taxpayers, to the citizens of the city.
Trammell believes there's a hidden agenda.
Yes, I did.
Think about know what it is.
You got 3 people up there getting ready to run for mayor. That's what's out there.
We questioned Graziano about the timing of the vote. Some council members say there's a hidden agenda because they're like, why vote on this now?
We want to be open. We want to be transparent.
No,
we
you
want
don't.
The public to comment
on
what is going forward.
Now, we did reach out to the mayor's office for comment. Press Secretary Tammy Hawley tells CBS 6 the mayor is pleased with council's action and the administration is working on when and where they will hold those public comment sessions and will be releasing the findings of a study very soon. Working for you, Sandra Jones, CBS 6 News.
Thank you, Sandra. Hey, if you're looking for something to do this week, RV on Ice is back. It's open now after they took Monday off because of that relative heat wave we've been dealing with. It's only $5 to get in and $5 to rent a pair of skates. Tonight, you can get in for free if you bring a toy donation for Toys for Tots. Speaking of that relative heat wave, still a beautiful day today, a little cooler than it was yesterday, but still, all in all, an awesome day to be outside, Zach.
Yeah, 68 degrees was our high temperature, so we didn't extend the streak of 70-degree days. It was 4 in a row. Today, though, it's 68. Really nice. And we had clear skies, a lot of sunshine. That's what we have out there right now. High pressure across southern Ohio. That's what's kept our skies clear for tonight and will continue to overnight tonight. Temperatures are dropping off pretty quickly, though, because we have drier air in place. So it's down to 48 in Petersburg, Emporia, and Louisa. Currently 53 degrees in Richmond. Here's your forecast for the remainder of this evening. We'll keep in the low 50s next couple hours, then upper 40s by 11 o'clock tonight. Light northerly winds, clear skies, dry air all drop us down in the upper 30s and low 40s by tomorrow morning. But the real cold stuff still on its way. I'll show you when it will arrive, just how cold it'll be in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Zach. A guilty verdict. A teenager convicted of killing his high school math teacher. How the victim's family is reacting tonight.
CBS 6 News Ticker, sponsored by Michael & Son Services.
Having electrical problems? Call Michael & Son for all your plumbing, electrical, heating, and cooling needs. And right now, get up to $500 off a standby generator.
If you can't, we can. Michael & Son.
You've been injured in a tractor-trailer accident. So now, imagine getting free advice directly from an attorney. Imagine paying no legal fees unless you win. At Canella & O'Neill, we've been successfully opening the doors of justice to the injured for over 30 years.
Imagine justice right now.
For you and your family.
Visit Canella & O'Neill at imaginejustice.com or call us at 780-1200. That's 780-1200.
Around so fast. Take the reins this holiday and get the Mercedes-Benz you always wanted during the winter event. Now lease the 2016 C300 for $359 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.
With the help of Comfort Keepers, I'm keeping my mom healthy.
I'm keeping Dad on schedule.
I'm keeping my mom happy.
Comfort Keepers in-home professional caregivers can provide meal planning and preparation, health and wellness services, and personal care services through custom care plans that can change as needs change, so your aging loved ones can stay happy and healthy in their own home.
Comfort Keepers, keeping the comfort of home.
Do you know the secret to a happy home in these modern times? It's a housewife who's in control of the finances.
Actually, any wife, husband, or human person can use Progressive's Name Your Price tool to take control of their budget.
And while the men do the hard work of making money, she can get all the car insurance options her little heart desires.
Or the women might do the hard work of making money.
Women don't have jobs.
Is this guy for real?
Modernizing car insurance.
That's enough out of you. The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
Where is your husband?
Call Michael & Son for all your electrical needs. And right now, get $35 off any electrical service.
If you can't, we can. Michael & Son.
A Massachusetts teenager has been convicted in the rape and murder of his teacher. Attorneys for 16-year-old Philip Chisholm had argued their client was mentally ill when he killed Colleen Ritzer in a school bathroom. Marley Hall reports from New York.
Philip Chisholm showed no emotion when the jury announced its decision.
Guilty, deliberate premeditation, and extreme atrocity with cruelty.
Chisholm was convicted of the 2013 rape and murder of Colleen Ritzer, his high school math teacher. Prosecutors say the then 14-year-old strangled and stabbed Ritzer in a school bathroom, raped her, then left her body in nearby woods. Chisholm's attorneys admitted their client killed Ritzer, but argued the teen, who was tried as an adult, suffered from mental illness.
What other than an overpowering mental illness could cause Philip Chisholm to do these acts?
They probably
But
had him on
prosecutors
Ridley.
rejected the claim and argued Chisholm knew exactly what he was doing, a theory backed by witnesses.
Mr. Chisholm was not suffering from the requisite mental disease.
After the verdict, Ritzer's family thanked the jury and prosecutors.
This guilty verdict, while the beginning of justice for Colleen, is certainly no cause for celebration, as there can never be true justice for the crime committed.
Chisholm faces up to life in prison, but could be released in as soon as 15 years. A hearing on sentencing will be held next week. Marley Hall, CBS News.
And Chisholm was also convicted of armed robbery for stealing Ritzer's credit cards. We also have an important safety alert tonight for parents about heavy winter coats and car seats. A certified car seat technician says If your child's going into a car seat, the winter coat they're wearing needs to come off.
That's
if the coat is
right.
puffy, it can prevent the straps from fitting snugly around the child, and if there's an accident, that can be dangerous.
The straps aren't sitting right, so they look like we get a nice tight fit. In an accident, all that material is going to compress, and the baby's going to jar around. So we're going to have spinal and neck injuries, hip injuries.
And if parents are concerned about their children not being warm enough in the car seat without a coat, experts say you can turn the coat around and put it on backwards around the child and over the harness of the seat, or you could simply lay an actual blanket over the child. Zach?
Yeah, good advice to remember as we're going to start to slip into some colder days here. I'll show you when that cold air is going to arrive when the news at 7 continues.
Thank you, Zach. And we're working for you to showcase the children in our communities who are making a difference. Here's tonight's Student Spotlight.
I'm Rob Cardwell, and today's Student Spotlight features a group of kids who really know their geography. Chalkley Elementary School in Chesterfield recently held this cultural night. Kids learned about different continents and were able to share their knowledge with others by decorating the hallways. They also enjoyed food from around the world, made crafts, and listened to stories. And you can find others in our Student Spotlight online at WTVR.com.
CBS 6 Sky Tracker, sponsored by Baugh Auto Body.
Doing a month of giving. We're here to surprise some people.
And give them a gift. Are you surprised?
Yeah, there you go. We would like to pay mortgage or rent for a month.
We wanted to give you this Visa gift card.
We have you a gift card, and we want to bless you with it.
Hope your new coat keeps you warm.
It gives my kids Christmas.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You know.
Need a good reason to hurry into McGeorge Toyota? How about 700? Right now, we're offering incredible prices on 700 new Toyotas, like the new 2016 Camry LE for just $19,398 or $99 a month. McGeorge Toyota. We earn your trust every day.
A name is just a name until it means something more.
I'm an Allen. I am an Allen.
At the personal injury law firm of Allen & Allen, our name stands for reputation. Built on over 100 years of passionately representing our clients and helping them pick up the pieces after an accident.
I'm an Allen.
I am an Allen.
We're Allen & Allen. Call us.
Mr. Joyce, sometimes people don't maintain their heating and cooling system.
You wouldn't go a year without changing the battery in your smoke detector, would you? You would never do that. Make sure your smoke detector has fresh batteries and call James River Air to make sure your heating and cooling systems are tuned up and ready for duty.
Anytime's a good time for a tune-up.
Plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, and appliances. James River Air can service all of these systems. We are your whole home service partner. Call or click jamesriverair.com.
It's the holiday sales event at Allen Furs. Everything in the store up to 45% off. No one beats our quality, glamour, service, elegance, or our prices. Hat and scarf sets are only $1.99. Everything in the store up to 45% off. Plus, get no interest for 12 months. It's Allen Furs, Richmond and Fredericksburg.
In the spirit of the holiday season, Patrick Kia is extending a friends and family discount to everyone.
Patrick Kia's Holidays on Us sales event is on with your first 2 months on us. Plus, no payments until spring 2016. Plus, 0% for up to 66 months. Plus, get this great deal and a great rate on the 2016 Soul for only $189 a month, or a 2016 Forte for only $219 a month.
Have a happy holiday season from the Patrick family to your family.
Some of the best moments in life happen at home. American Standard Heating and Air works smarter to make them all more comfortable.
Get up to an $1,100 instant rebate or 0% APR for 36 months from Griffith Heating and Cooling. Call us at 804-744-0850 or visit griffithhvac.com. Need a good reason to hurry into McGeorge Toyota? How about 700? Through the end of the month, we're offering incredible prices on 700 Toyotas, like a new 2016 Corolla L for just $15,998 or $79 a month. McGeorge Toyota. We earn your trust every day.
Now from CBS 6, the Weather Authority, Chief Meteorologist Zach Daniel.
All right, beautiful day today, and it's going to be a chillier night tonight than many that we have seen recently. Not a real cold night, but again, everything's relative, and it's been very warm lately. Let's check out the view down Broad Street through our rooftop camera, and up top, we've got clear skies across the area. High pressure continues to hold tight, and it will for one more day, and then we're going to start to see some changes from the system that's currently over the Central Plains. This area of low pressure is going to move east, and we'll see rainfall followed by a strong cold front, and that is going to give us a bit of a reality check and feel a whole lot more like December over the weekend. 57 the low today, at least this morning. 68 was our high temperature this afternoon, only 5 degrees away from the record set back in 2008. And right now it is 53 degrees. That's the new low for the day. A northwesterly breeze at 5 miles per hour. Some drier air with a dew point down to 43, so we'll easily drop into the 40s by tomorrow morning. In the fan, it's 51, 51 Ashland, 51 Midlothian and Short Pump, and 50 down in Chester. And across the rest of Virginia, temperatures a mix here. We've got some that have dropped well down into the 40s. Louisa 48, also 48 in Emporia, and 49 degrees in South Hill. West Point's also down to 48. All right, your lows for tonight, 30s and low 40s. A little chillier for the kids tomorrow morning at the bus stop. Your highs tomorrow, though, once again, upper 50s and low 60s. Not as warm as today, but it's still pleasant. We're talking about mid-December. Anytime you get into the 60s, that is a very nice day. And we'll do that with some sunshine. It's another pretty day. Up to 59 by noon, and a high temperature reaching 62 degrees. All right, let me take you through the next couple of days. For the rest of tonight, clear skies, sunshine tomorrow with a few clouds late in the day ahead of the next system. And we'll see rain moving in by Thursday morning. This is 7 o'clock. Here comes the rain. Rain very likely during the day on Thursday, and then ahead of the front Thursday night as well. The front comes through 7 o'clock Friday morning, and we'll likely have falling temperatures during the day on Friday as much colder air moves into the region. Going to be a bit breezy as well on Friday. All right, there's the cold air right now. This is the current jet stream pattern with warm air out ahead of it. And watch what changes here over the next several days. That deep trough is going to set up over the eastern United States and the warmer ridge out west. And so we're going to get our shot of cold air, and one that seems to have eluded us so far this winter. All right, high rain chances coming up on Thursday, low rain chances Friday, and then as we get into the rest of the weekend, early next week, it will be dry. Another system could bring us some rain a little bit before Christmas. All right, here's what our high temperatures are going to do. 60s for a couple days, then we really drop off. 49 Friday, 46 for the high Saturday, and 50 on Sunday. At least the weekend will be sunny, so that will help make it feel a little bit better, but it's definitely going to be a lot colder than the 70s we just came out of this past weekend. 57 Monday and 64 on Tuesday, so nice little warming trend early next week. All right, there's your 7-day forecast. Some 60s for a couple more days, and then it gets colder. It's going to be blustery on Friday, windy and cold. And then as we get into the weekend, temperatures holding in the 50s or 40s and low 50s Saturday into Sunday, and warmer weather moves in next week.
Thank you, Zach. Richmond Center Stage is being renamed. Dominion announcing this morning with a $5.5 million donation. Performances such as this one at the historic Carpenter Theater on East Grace will now take place at the Dominion Arts Center. The money will fund operations, maintenance, and upgrades. The new signage will go up on the building in the spring. Some Christmas elves are putting in a little holiday season OT. We spotted them sneaking through the halls of George Mason Elementary School in Richmond. The elves are actually workers from the VCU Health Perioperative Surgical Services Department. They were in cahoots with Assistant Principal Tommy Devon, who escorted them to Miss Talley's unsuspecting class. Students were thrilled to see what goodies were inside those bags.
Today someone gave us coats so that we could be warm into winter and we won't have to be cold.
Thank you! We want them to know that as they grow up, to show acts of kindness to others, to be compassionate and empathetic, and to help those who cannot help themselves.
That is a great goal and a great lesson, and some sweet kids. A total of 22 winter coats were donated to Miss Talley's 4th grade class. Coming up tonight at 11, a viewer reaches out to CBS 6 after he says the city's been overcharging his estimated water bills. Why, he tells us the readings at his home are not accurate. Plus, a Good Samaritan finds out not everyone asking for help actually wants it. After he offered two panhandlers a job, what they told him, and what he did next, that's now gone viral online. And next year at 7, a towering inferno. There's just no other way to describe it. It used to be a beautiful Christmas tree. What firefighters think helped this 90-foot fir burn.
CBS 6 Closed Captioning is sponsored by Hadid Mercer Rug Cleaning. Visit HadidMercerRugCleaning.com.
You know, years ago, wooden horses were all the rage. Now, remote-control cars, helicopters. You know how long it takes to make a Bluetooth speaker? A Bluetooth speaker. Don't get me started. Now, we just go to Five Below. All the cool gifts are just $5 and below. Get more, give more. Five Below, just go. Get tons of awesome gifts for you and your crew, all for $5 and below. Shop now till 11 p.m.
You've been injured in a serious accident. So now what? Imagine getting the free advice and answers you deserve, direct from the law firm of Canella and O'Neill. Go to ImagineJustice.com. That's ImagineJustice.com.
Whatever the reason, Massage Envy will help you manage the side effects of this wonderful thing we call living. Give the gift of total body care and get a free service with a minimum gift card purchase.
At H.H. Gregg, the season of Got It starts now. Make it a 4K holiday with all 4K TVs on sale. Samsung, Sony, LG, and more. Get an LG 49-inch smart 4K TV, $699. An LG 55-inch smart 4K TV, $899. Save an extra $200 instantly on already low-priced appliances. Plus, get 0 down, 0 interest for up to 36 months at H.H. Gregg. Gregg's got it.
Oh, what fun it is!
It's a Nissan holiday event for the season's best offers.
Right now, get 0% APR for up to 60 months, or get a $229 per month lease on road. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com.
One of the greatest moments in time is when we discovered fire. Fire is a crucial human advantage, a source of food, warmth, and protection from predators. Only the most innovative can survive.
If you can't, we can.
If you can't, we can. Michael and Son.
At Canella and O'Neill, we've been successfully opening the doors of justice to the injured for over 30 years.
Imagine no legal fees. Unless we win your case.
Visit Canella and O'Neill at ImagineJustice.com or call 780-1200.
A reminder now to use caution with your decorations this year. Caught on camera, a holiday decoration becomes a dangerous inferno. Take a look at this video. It's a 90-foot decorated Christmas tree going up in flames in Orange County, California. The tree is just outside a Westin hotel. Firefighters got to the scene around 6:30 a.m. yesterday. They showed up quickly, they tell us, but they tell our sister station there it was already destroyed. Before it burned, it had been a beautifully lit Christmas tree. Take a look at that. Firefighters say it's not arson. They're instead focusing on the 20,000 bulbs that blanketed the tree and the extreme drought conditions currently in California. Probably seems like a bad combo. In the meantime, we're kind of enjoying
the drought because they water the tree a little bit. A little water in there. It's the centerpiece of the city.
Watch the interaction between hot bulbs and some dry,
it doesn't
brittle
help. It's
fir
like
tree.
one of those flammable trees that is out there. But yeah. Nice weather here. It's days are numbered. We've got colder air showing up on Friday and through the weekend. It'll feel more like Christmas this weekend.
As it should. All right. Thank you, Zach. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here at 11.
Everything you need to know for the day ahead.
My nerves have been like all day.
is my favorite Wookiee.
It already looks like it will be the highest grossing film of all time, and the world premiere sure started it off right. I'm Billy Bush. We've got the originals, the newbies, even the wannabes.
Can you show the camera your selfie with
Oh, no thanks. Wait till you hear Rob's story of being on the original set at the age of 12.
You almost said no to this project?
Yes, but I also... Did fate leave him any choice? The genius of director J.J. Abrams, though wife Katie does keep him grounded.
This is not curing cancer. This is not...
I'm sorry, she lost me after. This is just a movie.
The force of the premiere awakens all of Hollywood and many neighboring zip codes. Welcome to Access Hollywood. Star Wars The Force Awakens opens on Friday, but last night, the biggest premiere ever to hit Hollywood. Liz, you were right in the center of the action.
Billy, everyone felt like a kid again as the moment fans there have been waiting for finally arrived.
We didn't have any premieres on the other films. I was too cheap.
What does it mean being part of that ensemble, being now part of this huge franchise?
It feels insane. My nerves have been like all day, so my brain